Okay, so same situation has happened again, sir. Individuals get into a mass casualty gunfight. We pursue these individuals. Gunfight ensues. Then the cars spread apart, right? Now, this time we contained it a little bit better. But chase goes to one car, then to another car. By the fourth fucking car, 3 blocks in, 5 different alleyways, and 7 different fucking times of me getting my ass rammed through like I'm fucking just went to a club that I didn't understand what the entry was, right? I'm handcuffed, commish, because I'm left with 2 options. I can either tase some bitch 97 times and try and cuff him 98 times and be a piece of shit, or he gets to run free. That's where I'm at. Because I'm finding myself in these situations, commish, where I've tased this man 3 times, I've tried to lay cuffs 2 times, and I don't want to just keep tasing him out the fucking car. You know? It's very frustrating because I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. That's issue number 1. Number 2, we gotta move up to 4 units on these chases. We have to. There's no choice. There's no weighing out options. We got to.
What are you talking about? Move up to 4 units on these chases?
I'm only seeing people with 3 units on these chases and calling out that they're sufficient.
No. Well, that's
it's 4, is it not?
That's it. We are. No, hold on.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Who told you that?
I was told, I mean, I've just been listening. I was told that 3 units were the max. I don't remember who it was.
No.
SOP is 3, isn't it?
No, it is not.
What does the SOP read?
The SOP reads that it's 4. 4 cars.
You gotta be fucking me in my ass right now. And honestly,
that was the old SOPs. Right now, it doesn't even say and specify it. In fact, what the SOP says, and you'll have a lot of dumb shits here now that we're going to have to correct. They're going to try and tell you it's 3 because we reference primary, secondary, and tertiary. But there's also quaternary that's listed in the SOPs for a reason. Like, listen, I had this issue the other night too, where someone said Pike said it. And then I had to track down Pike and tell him, okay, find me in the SOPs where it says this.
Yeah, I mean, not to damn a man, but I'm pretty sure it was possibly, again, not to reprimand him or throw him under the bus, but I believe it was Foo on this one who was saying 3 was sufficient. Now, again,
he's wrong.
Not reprimanding him here. I just need to I need, clarity.
How much should I speak?
Send it, Gus.
I believe it's sufficient because of the situation. Now, they could have, it depends, right? If they have like 4 people in the car, yeah, I want 4 units. If they have 1 person in the car, I'm not trying to overbear them with 4 units. So I think 3 is sufficient, 2 is sufficient. I think that is what. But yes, in the standard operating procedures, there is, well, what the commissioner said.
Yeah, it's not even listed at the moment if you actually read it.
All right, yes. I'll bring that up in the meeting tonight then, because there's a lot of ideas, a lot of people who think 3 is the number, and I always knew or thought it was 4, and then every chase I'm seeing 3 sufficient, 3 sufficient.
No,
I didn't want to be that
gang
guy.
Shootings. I had this conversation with Knight and the other command the other night where they were saying something similar, and I was like, well, why would it be 4? Or why would it be 3?
Oh, I agree.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Nope.
Think about it this way. If 2 gangs are bringing 5 each.
That's 10 motherfuckers right there, Commish. We're on the same wavelength, brother.
How many do we bring if there's 2 gangs with 5 each fighting each other?
I mean, the number for me would be probably 10.
You'd bring 5 for each group.
Yep.
Exactly. It's not. That's the barrier. That's just what it is. Listen, this is the same thing that happened before with the police force here. People kept misrepresenting shit. And remember when me and you, we crossed swords that one day, and it turned out me and you were on the same page the whole time.
Yep.
That's because people just say dumb fucking shit. Listen,
all right.
As long as me, you, and Nod are on the same page in the NCOs, we dictate what happens. So we just got to know. As long as we know, we're good. So now, I know, Nod knows, and everyone knows.
Beautiful. All right. So problem number 2, we need air. We need air one. Like, I know Lane is at the he's gonna be, training people. Well, Commish, we need to light a fire under his bitch ass to train some sons of bitches in air one.
Yeah, I already did.
ASAP, because we had a race today where we were chasing a car and we had five different vehicles all getting involved in this one car chase, just bumping cars. But we were threatening to shoot them, then they would leave, then another car would get involved. It was fucking chaos. And with these gang violences, I mean, I've been around. I wasn't around the last day and a half, but the last 3 times I've been around, there has been at least 2 to 4 mass casualty situations. And these individuals, the reality of it is every fucking chase ends in a block. That chase that we were just in, Commish, 4 blocks before they finally lost us on, they finally, after the 4th block, had enough fucking room that we couldn't catch back up and they got away. 4 blocks.
So how's that happening? Parallels should be able to pick up any blocks or secondaries going around alleys. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, on paper, yes, but in this term,
no, in practice.
I know, but listen to me. In this term, we're going up Elgin. Okay, we go through Legion Square. We are heading towards Davis, right? Parallel units should be on the right side of Davis and the left side. Because I even said it, you can ask us, we had 2 units on the car, and we had 2 parallels just because we knew this was going to happen. Well, the right parallel unit goes and takes a right near Benny's. The left one goes around sanitation. These sons of bitches set up a block to go onto the freeway. They're gone. Now, with Air 1, we can pick them back up. That's a situation where parallels just couldn't keep up with them. Now the other 3, you're damn right, our fucking parallels were on that ass like white on rice. But there's certain situations where I would love for them to predict that, but I mean, I'll even be honest, that is a hell of a thing to predict.
Is it?
I mean,
listen, I think our parallels over the last like 3 or 4 days, we put a lot of new officers in, and they just aren't there yet. To be
I agree.
Completely frank, they ain't fucking there.
Gus, you want to go ahead and tell him
radios,
about
they're awful.
Gus, you want to tell him about that Sultan that drove by 2 fucking cops today?
Yeah, we were chasing a Sultan in the gang shootout, and 2 officers. We called it out, described the vehicle,
5
where it
times.
was going, and we, it was going off road out of the canals, towards that gas station, on right up by Dutch London Street, going into Clay Avenue, and 2 cops just drove right by it.
I mean, and it's just, I get it. When it's chaos, man, and the radio's going nuts, and there's a primary, there's a secondary, there's a lot of stuff going on, I understand it. I get that some people are new. But at the same time, some bitch, if I call out a description of a car, you better be keen for it, And I think that will come with time. It's again, like that situation. I truly do believe that 95% of the criminals in this city, we can suffice with what we got right now. Parallels, inexperienced officers getting experience and becoming better. When we go up against some of these sons of bitches, the hour-long chases of car swaps, blocks, thank goodness you're here.
Sorry to interrupt. It's
Man, you fucking ask.
It's kind of timely. Did we change something? Why are people saying if someone pits you over 60, shoot them? Is that, I just heard that on the radio before I chew them out. Did anything change?
No, we had situations today where people were pitting officers at 80 to 100 miles an hour, throwing them into walls, and we warned the officers on duty if it happened to them that those individuals were to be shot.
Yeah, and that's much different. Here we see that. Did someone just say that on the radio?
So someone just said if they pit you over 60, shoot them.
This is 100 radio, clear comms. 100's a higher number than any number on his radio. If I hear someone misrepresent the fucking SOPs on his radio again in terms of shooting people or pitting them over 60 miles per hour, you're going to be in here, my foot up your ass, and you're going to be out the door without a badge. Got it?
Thanks. I
Get
just
it fucking right.
Just came on shift, and that's the very first thing I heard after turning my radio on. So
okay. Problem solved. Okay.
All right.
So this is the problem that we're starting to have now. Is that we got the fucking whisper game starting to happen.
Yeah.
Where people are going and they're just making up their own version. So Bustin says, don't let people ram you in the wall, try to kill you, then you shoot them. That turns into, no, if they pitch you over 60 miles per hour, we shoot them. And then this is the fucking problem that you get into. It's this fucking circle game. But look, me and you were talking sense, but not everyone, for some reason, they can't understand the English language.
Now you know why I've tried so hard to not be that officer who shoots or not be that officer who spam tases, because people are going to do it instantly. And that's why, like, even in that last chase, I could have tased that some bitch for a 4th, 5th time. But I didn't, because I didn't want for the narrative of the PD to be, I'm just going to get tased to the absolute fucking electrify stadium, you know?
You're right. You're 100%. The thing is, what do we do then?
I don't know. I don't know.
We didn't have year 1 because it's been 2 weeks.
Yep.
Right? And
which I understand.
Why let some idiot take up year 1 and cause us an issue?
Yep.
But yeah, we can tomorrow. I will give back year 1. That's perfectly fine. We can do that. I don't care. That's fine. Done. What do we do to stop the spam?
I don't know. I've literally, I was sitting here fucking running my mind 1,000 miles an hour trying to figure it out, and it's a lose. We make our cuffs stronger to where they can only break out of cuffs twice. People are going, it's going to be bitched about. We tase more, people are going to bitch. We fucking tackle more, people. I mean, I don't know. I just, if I had the solution, I'd tell you, and I don't fucking have it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like that's something where
the cuffs are stronger than they ever were right now. So it's like, if that's not doing it,
oh no, man.
The tasing people over and over again, that just pisses people off.
Exactly.
If we make the cuffs instant clamp the second time they're cuffed or the third time they cuff, that also pisses people off.
That'll piss people off more than the tase, in my opinion.
It will, because it feels like everything's just gone.
Yeah.
All their agency. So what? How often is this a problem? Is this only?
It's with the 5%. Literally, 95% of the city we can handle, and majority of the time we'll be okay. When we talk about the experienced criminals in the city, that is where we have our problems. And these big chases, the 45-hour chases, multiple car swaps, this, that, and the other, that is when we're having these conversations, because those experienced sons of bitches, those are the ones where it's just like they know every nook and cranny we have to, that we're going through. And in order for me to arrest them, right, there's a reason we haven't arrested literally one of them. That's because in order to arrest them, I have to do something that I don't agree with.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just don't know.
It leaves a question. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't. It's like anything. If we start catering to the 1 or the 2 or the 3 or the 4 or the 5%,
it fucks over everybody else. I've thought about that as well.
So what do we do?
I don't know.
Do we just eat the 5% of the time and just? And I mean, you got to think about too. Most agencies, what do they catch? They solve about 17-20% of all crimes reported.
Yep.
So we have to think about it that way too. Are we catching 1/5 of all criminals?
Well, if so, my thing is this: if we throw every resource at somebody, and they can still get away from us, really, whenever they want, that's a problem. I don't think that these sons of bitches should flee from us 10 times and get away 10 times. I just don't think it should be a thing. And to be quite honest and quite frank, right now, it's 0 for 6 with just me. I bet those numbers are a lot higher. And I think Air 1 will help. But with what we have right now, the only solution that I can tell you that I can arrest these sons of bitches tomorrow, I'll bring them here in cuffs, is me tasing them 100 fucking times and throwing cuffs on them 101 times. It's the only solution. And I don't want to do that. So they'll continue to get away as of right now.
Yeah, that sucks. So let me...
Something brainstorm. Last thing.
I think this
go ahead.
Needs a bigger, broader conversation.
Agreed. I was just going to recommend that.
Me and you. I think maybe me and you get for beers with a couple other people and we brainstorm on this one, I think, at some point.